documentary about the Clintons they didn't want you to see has resurfaced on YouTube. Watch as it describes many details of how horrible Hillary Clinton and former President Bill Clinton truly are. Details of drug smuggling, cocaine use, money laundering, womanizing, and even murder. There are hundreds of witnesses to their crimes. But these stories haven't been heard by an entire generation of voters. Hillary Clinton is pure evil and deserved to be in prison many years ago. This is why even the New York Times is reminding America about just how bad the Clintons are. Back then, Mr. Clinton's aides, having watched Gary Hart's presidential hopes unravel over his relationship with Donna Rice in the 1988 Democratic primary race, were determined to squash any accusations against Mr. Clinton early and aggressively, former campaign aides explained. Mrs. Clinton had supported the effort to push back against the women's stories. Much of her involvement played out behind the scenes and was driven, in part, by her sense that right-wing forces were using the women and salacious stories to damage her husband's political ambitions. Her reflex was to protect him and his future, and, early on, she turned to a longtime Clinton loyalist, Ms. Wright, to defend him against the allegations, according to multiple accounts at the time, documented in books and oral histories. "We have to destroy her story," Mrs. Clinton said of one of the first women to come forward during her husband's first presidential campaign, Connie Humsey, in 1991, according to George Stephanopoulos, a former Clinton administration aide, who described the event in his memoir, All Too Human. 3 people signed sworn affidavits saying Ms. Humsey's story was false. When Jennifer Flowers later surfaced, claiming that she had a long affair with Mr. Clinton, Mrs. Clinton undertook an aggressive, explicit direction of the campaign to discredit Ms. Flowers, according to an exhaustive biography of Mrs. Clinton, A Woman in Charge, by Carl Bernstein. Mrs. Clinton referred to Monica Lewinsky, the White House intern, who had an affair with the 42nd president, as a narcissistic Looney Tune, according to one of her closest confidants, Diane D. Blair, whose diaries were released to the University of Arkansas after her death in 2000. Ms. Lewinsky later called the comment an example of Mrs. Clinton's impulse to blame the woman. Hillary Clinton has spent decades destroying the same women her husband has abused over the years. Let us spread this everywhere before they have it taken down. We must stop Hillary now. Share your thoughts on this powerful video below.